Chosen woman, stop scrolling right now. Do not swipe away, and do not save this for later. Lock your attention on my voice at this exact moment. The algorithm did not bring you to this message today. Heaven orchestrated this precise intersection in time because you are carrying a heavy weight, and you have been waiting for a clear sign. Take one deep breath and drop your shoulders. Let the noise leave your mind for a second. You feel that quiet ache sitting deep in your chest today. You are experiencing a deep exhaustion that sleep cannot fix because it is a heavy spiritual draining that makes your very limbs feel weak. You have been fighting intense battles entirely alone. You poured your pure energy into a man who only knew how to take. You gave him your peace while he gave you his chaos, and you did it with a gentle heart, because that is your divine nature. You tried to heal emotional wounds that you did not cause, but instead of appreciating your radiant light, he used it to fuel his own fragile ego. You gave him grace when he desperately needed firm boundaries. You offered sincere forgiveness when he offered only empty excuses. Every single time he pushed you away, you stepped closer out of love. That is exactly what a chosen woman does. You tried to love the deep darkness out of him, but his darkness only tried to consume your bright light and leave you empty. He left you feeling completely discarded. Now you sit in silence and wonder if your kindness was a massive mistake. You replay the memories and question how someone could be so blind to your immense value while you were giving him everything you had. The silent tears you cried in your car when nobody was looking did not go unnoticed. You smiled for the world while your spirit suffocated. And when it was over, you were left standing in the ruins of your own kindness. You felt completely isolated and misunderstood by the people around you. They do not understand the deep spiritual bond that was violently severed, and they certainly do not see the invisible cords that constantly drained your energy. Listen carefully, because your weary soul needs to hear this truth. You are not weak, and you are certainly not losing your mind. The heavy sadness you feel right now is not a normal heartbreak. It is the direct aftermath of intense spiritual warfare. You were dealing with a person who operated from a place of severe spiritual deficit, and he was desperately starving for your bright light. He was drawn to your high frequency because you carry a rare divine spark. But people who refuse to heal themselves will always try to drain the chosen ones. You absorbed his negative energy while literally carrying his emotional garbage on your own tired back. That is exactly why you feel so incredibly tired right now. Heaven watched silently as he took your fierce loyalty for granted. God saw every moment he dismissed your genuine feelings and made you question your own reality. He thought he could break a chosen woman and simply walk away without consequences, assuming you were just another temporary stop on his journey. But he made a massive spiritual miscalculation. The universe does not tolerate the abuse of its chosen daughters. There is a very specific reason why your life has felt so overwhelmingly strange lately. The sudden isolation and the closed doors were not divine punishments. They were divine interventions designed to cut the toxic cord between you, so you could finally be rescued from a situation that would have destroyed your destiny. But the story does not end with your quiet pain. What heaven is about to reveal will finally make sense of everything you endured. A massive shift just occurred in the unseen realm regarding this specific man. The powerful spiritual protection you blindly provided for him has been permanently revoked. He is now standing entirely exposed to his own heavy karma and the consequences of his actions. Right now, there is a divine verdict being issued over his life. When a man intentionally hurts a chosen woman, he triggers a universal law of absolute justice. There are 7 specific things that will inevitably happen to him, and the first few are already beginning to unfold in his daily life, while he remains completely unaware of the spiritual storm gathering above his head. You might feel a sudden urge to check on him or see if he is struggling. Do not do it. You must keep your distance and protect your sacred energy at all costs. The system wants you to stay attached so he can continue siphoning your blessings from afar, but you are officially released from the heavy burden of fixing him. Your season of being a footstool is completely over. I need you to stay with me until the very end of this message. The seventh thing that will happen to him is something the universe rarely reveals. If you leave before hearing this verdict, you might miss the exact instruction heaven is giving you to claim your ultimate restoration. The scales of absolute justice are tipping heavily in your favor right now. You survive this deep betrayal because you are marked for a much higher purpose. Your gentle heart is your greatest weapon, and it is fully protected today. Every ounce of pure energy he stole from you is about to be multiplied and returned. God is stepping in as your ultimate defense attorney. Prepare your spirit, because the vindication will be absolute. You feel broken. You think you failed. You blame yourself for staying so long. But I need you to completely shift your perspective today. What happened was not a punishment, but rather it was a rigorous divine test, and you did not even know you were taking it. You did not survive because you are tough. You survived because you are chosen. Your kindness was never a weakness. Your ability to love deeply is your greatest spiritual asset. The world tells you to build walls and become cold. The Matrix wants you to regret your open heart. But your vulnerability is exactly what makes you a true masterpiece of God, and you gave love freely because your soul is infinitely abundant. The pain you are holding right now is a heavy illusion. The enemy wants you to believe that his betrayal destroyed your value. He wants you to feel small. He hopes you will stay trapped in a cycle of endless self-doubt. But heaven used his toxic actions to initiate a massive, spiritual rescue mission because God had to make you uncomfortable. God saw how much of your bright energy was being siphoned away. He watched you shrink yourself to fit into his chaotic world. You were slowly dying inside while trying to keep him alive. So the universe allowed the betrayal to happen. The sudden ending was not a rejection, but it was a divine quarantine to protect your precious frequency. If he had stayed, he would have completely drained your destiny. You would have spent the next 10 years fixing a man who refuses to heal. The delay in your own blessings was directly tied to his heavy presence. God's delay is not a denial, but it is exactness. Heaven had to surgically remove him before dropping the next massive blessing into your life. You thought you were losing your mind when everything fell apart. You cried because you felt discarded, like you meant absolutely nothing to him. But you must realize who you truly are today. You are the cycle breaker for your entire bloodline, and you carry a spiritual weight that ordinary people cannot even begin to comprehend. He could never value you. A man who lives in the dark will always be blinded by the sun. He did not hate you. He hated the pure light inside you that exposed his hidden darkness. Every time you smiled, it reminded him of the peace he could never achieve. Your pure presence forced him to look at his own deep flaws, and he was terrified of that bright reflection. That is exactly why he tried to diminish your immense worth. He needed to bring you down to his low vibration so he could feel powerful. But a chosen woman cannot be kept in the dark forever. Your spirit naturally fought back against the heavy suppression. The anxiety you felt around him was your intuition screaming at you to finally walk away. You are not depressed because you lost a good man. Your spirit is simply exhausted from fighting intense battles in the unseen realm. You were acting as a human shield for a person who did not even care about your safety. You absorbed the spiritual warfare directed at him, and now that you are separated, your soul is demanding deep rest. Do not look back and wish you had done things differently. You played your role perfectly with absolute grace and fierce loyalty. The universe needed to see if you would remain pure in a toxic environment, and you passed the ultimate test with flying colors. You kept your gentle heart intact in a situation that would have made anyone else incredibly bitter. The sudden isolation you feel right now is incredibly sacred. It is not loneliness. It is a period of deep, spiritual cleansing. God is pulling you away from the chaotic noise because your next season requires extreme focus. You cannot enter your era of quiet authority while dragging his heavy emotional baggage behind you. So you must let it all go today. You are stepping out of survival mode right now. The intense pain in your chest is just the old version of you finally breaking away. It feels like a physical tearing because the spiritual cord was deeply rooted. But as that toxic connection dissolves, you will begin to feel much lighter, and your natural energy is already starting to return to you. He thought his departure would leave you completely shattered. He expected you to chase him and beg for his minimal attention. The enemy loves to feed on your desperate validation, but your silence is about to become your greatest weapon. When a chosen woman walks away in silence, she reclaims every single ounce of her stolen spiritual power. You do not need closure from a man who lied to you. You do not need an apology from someone who cannot even face his own truth. Heaven is stepping in to provide all the closure you will ever need. The universe is about to show you exactly why this painful separation had to happen, and you are being positioned for a massive spiritual upgrade. Your tears are actively watering the seeds of your future vindication. Every sleepless night is being recorded in the divine realms. You are not starting over from scratch. You are simply finishing the rigorous preparation. Now wipe your face and prepare your spirit, because the universe is about to reveal the absolute chaos unfolding in his life. We are now stepping into the exact consequences of his actions. When a man hurts a chosen woman, he severs his own spiritual supply line. The first thing that happens is a sudden and massive drop in his personal energy. He will not understand why he suddenly feels so incredibly drained. The physical exhaustion will hit him like a heavy wall. While you were together, you acted as his personal spiritual battery. Your high frequency constantly recharged his low vibration without you even realizing it. You kept him afloat when he was secretly drowning in his own dark thoughts. He thought his success and confidence came from his own hard work, but it was really your pure light sustaining him. Now that you are gone, the battery is completely disconnected. He will wake up feeling empty and unmotivated to face the day. The false confidence he proudly paraded around is rapidly fading away. He will try to mask this sudden emptiness by seeking cheap thrills and temporary distractions, but absolutely nothing will satisfy that deep, gnawing void inside him. He might jump quickly into another relationship to fill the gap. The Matrix will send counterfeit people to distract him from his pain, but a fake connection can never replace the pure light of a chosen woman. The new people he surrounds himself with will only drain him further. They will demand energy from him that he simply does not have. You might see pictures of him smiling and looking completely fine. Do not let the physical illusion fool your strong spiritual intuition. He is smiling for the crowd, while his soul is quietly suffocating in the dark. The universe strips away the inner peace of anyone who intentionally harms a protected daughter of God, and he is entirely restless. He will experience strange moments of heavy brain fog. His focus will shatter, and his daily tasks will become overwhelmingly difficult. The mental clarity he once enjoyed was a direct byproduct of your calming presence. Without your gentle spirit anchoring him, his mind will constantly race with unspoken anxieties and deep hidden regrets. This brings us to the second inevitable thing that will happen. Chaos will quietly begin to infiltrate his daily life. It will not happen in a massive explosion right away. It starts as a series of small and frustrating inconveniences. Things that used to go smoothly for him will suddenly face unexplainable delays and constant friction. Opportunities he thought were secure will suddenly slip through his fingers. Doors that were wide open will unexpectedly slam shut in his face. He will blame it on bad timing, or the changing economy. But there are absolutely no coincidences in the spiritual realm. The divine favor he borrowed from your life has officially expired and vanished. The people he trusted will start acting strangely toward him. Misunderstandings will break out in his inner circle over very small things. The peace he took for granted will be replaced by a constant low-level tension. He will feel like the universe is suddenly pushing against him, and he will be absolutely correct in that heavy assumption. Remember how he used to bring his chaotic problems to you. You would sit patiently and untangle his messy emotions until he felt better. You were the safe harbor where he dumped all his heavy mental garbage. Now he has no safe place to unload his growing anxiety, so the chaos is trapped inside his own mind, and it is slowly multiplying. He will try to control his environment to regain a sense of power, but the more he tightens his grip, the more things will slip away. The spiritual protection you provided acted as a massive umbrella over his entire life. Now he is standing in the pouring rain, wondering why he is suddenly getting so wet, because the storm is just beginning to gather. You must understand that this is not about petty revenge. This is about the strict spiritual laws of cause and absolute effect. You do not need to lift a single finger to punish him. You do not need to send an angry text or expose his lies to the world. The universe is handling his karma with terrifying exactness and perfect timing. God removed you from the scene so you would not get caught in his crossfire. The destruction heading his way would have deeply impacted you if you stayed. That is exactly why the separation had to be so abrupt and painful. Heaven pulled you out of a collapsing building right before the heavy roof caved in, and you are completely safe now while his world trembles. Keep your energy entirely focused on your own massive healing. Do not lower your vibration by gloating over his inevitable downfall. Stay completely neutral and observe the divine justice from a safe distance while heaven orchestrates the perfect restoration of your stolen peace. Your silence is a powerful seal of agreement with the universe. But the spiritual consequences do not stop at mere exhaustion and daily chaos. What happens next will shake the very foundation of his reality. The third and fourth things are actively working behind the scenes right now, and they involve the deep, hidden guilt he has been desperately trying to outrun. Listen closely as we go deeper. The third thing that happens involves a deep and inescapable, invisible torment. He can run from you, but he cannot run from his own quiet conscience. During the day, he might seem completely fine while surrounded by loud distractions. But when the night falls and the room gets quiet, his mind will mercilessly replay exactly how he treated you. The silence will become his absolute worst enemy. He will experience sudden flashes of deep regret when he least expects it. A simple smell or a random song will instantly remind him of your pure light. He will try to push the memories away because looking at his own guilt is entirely too painful for his fragile ego. But the universe will force him to remember the rare treasure he foolishly discarded. He will quietly compare every new person to you. None of them will possess the divine warmth that naturally flows from your spirit. They will feel shallow and incredibly empty compared to your deep spiritual waters. He will slowly realize that he threw away a genuine diamond to play with worthless rocks in the dirt. This heavy realization will sit like a cold stone at the bottom of his stomach. He will never publicly admit this deep mistake. His toxic pride will force him to wear a fake mask of absolute indifference. He will tell his friends that he is completely over the entire situation. But heaven sees the hidden truth, and God knows exactly how much his soul is silently mourning the massive loss of your gentle presence. He is mourning the loss of the only person who truly saw his soul. The invisible torment will constantly drain his joy. Before we go any further, I need you to understand something deeply profound. Type 777 in the comments right now to claim this absolute breakthrough. While he is sinking into his heavy torment, your spirit is doing the exact opposite. This brings us to the fourth inevitable thing that is happening right now. Your personal frequency is rising with an explosive power because the massive leak in your energy has finally been sealed shut. You are no longer being drained by his endless demands and emotional chaos. The heavy brain fog that clouded your vision is rapidly lifting away today. You will wake up feeling a sudden surge of physical and mental clarity. This is the divine restoration of your stolen spiritual power. Your deep intuition is becoming incredibly sharp and highly accurate. Things that used to confuse you will suddenly make perfect sense in your mind. You will look back at the relationship and see all the hidden red flags. The Holy Spirit is removing the blinders from your eyes, so you can see exactly how the enemy tried to use him to break you. You will feel a profound sense of gratitude for the painful separation. Your creative energy is returning in massive waves. Ideas and passions that you abandoned for him are suddenly coming back to life. You will feel a powerful desire to focus entirely on your own grand purpose. The universe is pouring fresh anointing over your head, and your aura is glowing brighter than it ever did when you were with him. People around you will begin to notice this massive shift. They will see a new quiet authority in your eyes. You do not need to explain this sudden transformation to anyone in your circle. Your elevated frequency will naturally repel people who operate on a lower toxic vibration. You are stepping into a realm where your peace becomes completely untouchable by the trivial drama of the ordinary matrix system. This is the ultimate reward for keeping your heart pure through the raging fire. Your spiritual shield is now fully active and deeply impenetrable. Take one deep breath and feel this new strength anchoring your physical body. You survived the dark wilderness, and you came out completely purified by the divine fire. He thought he left you weak, but he actually pushed you directly into your season of ultimate power and undeniable spiritual dominion. He unlocked the fierce warrior spirit hiding inside your gentle soul. You are standing taller and much stronger than ever before. While your radiant light grows brighter, the shadows in his life are getting much darker. The separation created a huge vacuum in his reality that demands to be filled. But instead of finding peace, he is about to face the severe consequences of the ugly lies he told about you to other people. The universe takes the pure reputation of a chosen woman very seriously. God will absolutely not let his false narrative stand unchallenged. He tried to control the story to make himself look like the innocent victim. He twisted your words and completely misrepresented your pure intentions to his toxic circle. But heaven was listening to every single lie he whispered in the dark, and the divine scales of justice are tipping rapidly right now. His hidden deceit is about to be violently exposed to the light. The very trap he set for you is waiting for him. This transitions us into the terrifying fifth and sixth things that will happen. You must prepare your gentle heart for what I am about to tell you next. The heavy karma he accumulated is no longer just a slow leak of personal energy, but it is becoming an active force of destruction. The broken people he manipulated are starting to see the cracks. His carefully constructed illusion is beginning to crumble all around him. Do not let your mind wander back to his heavy and chaotic energy. Stay completely focused on the beautiful expansion happening inside your own sacred spirit. The universe is currently fighting battles on your behalf that you cannot even see, so you must remain entirely grounded in your new peace. You are the quiet victor in this massive, unseen spiritual war. Your ultimate victory is completely secured by the powerful hand of God. The fifth thing that will happen is the complete collapse of his smear campaign. He worked very hard to turn other people against you with his twisted lies. He wanted to isolate you so you would feel utterly alone and desperate for his approval while he played the fake hero. But the divine truth carries a very distinct and powerful spiritual frequency. Lies require constant energy to maintain, but the truth stands effortlessly. The people who blindly listen to his false stories are going to wake up. They will slowly start to notice heavy inconsistencies in the things he tells them. His daily actions will no longer match the victim narrative he tried to sell to them, and the mask will slip directly off his face. The negative energy he directed at you is acting exactly like a spiritual boomerang. It is returning to his camp with terrifying speed and accuracy. Those who whispered about you in secret are suddenly going to feel immense confusion. The Holy Spirit is actively exposing the hidden plot that was deliberately meant to destroy you. You do not have to defend yourself or try to convince anyone of your absolute innocence, because heaven is clearing your name right now. Your absolute silence is speaking much louder than his frantic lies. The people he manipulated will begin to distance themselves from him. He will suddenly find himself completely alienated from the friends he thought he controlled. The fake loyalty he purchased with his emotional manipulation is completely dissolving into thin air. This brings us directly to the sixth inevitable consequence that is unfolding in his dark reality while you are sitting in deep peace. The toxic group he gathered around himself will violently turn on each other. Chaos is infecting his inner circle like a fast-spreading disease. When you remove the pure light from a dark room, the shadows immediately start to clash. You were the hidden glue that subconsciously kept his chaotic relationships somewhat stable. Without your calming energy absorbing the friction, they have absolutely no buffer left to soften the harsh blows of their own toxic egos. They will start arguing and biting at one another over very trivial things. He will lose the superficial support system he relied on heavily. The heavy karma is compounding and multiplying faster than he can possibly manage it. Every time he tries to fix one problem, 3 more problems will immediately appear. He will look around and realize that his life is becoming a heavy prison of his own making because he betrayed a chosen woman. He cannot escape the universal law of absolute and divine justice. The pure energy he stole from you has turned into toxic ash in his hands. You might hear rumors about the sudden drama happening in his life right now. People might try to bring you the news of his rapid and undeniable downfall. Do not entertain the cheap gossip, and do not let their messy energy pull you back into the heavy matrix that you just escaped. You must strictly protect your peace and remain entirely detached from his unfolding punishment. Your only job is to stay grounded in your quiet and majestic authority. Before I go any further, I need you to pause and really hear this. You must resist the deep temptation to feel sorry for his current miserable situation. He made a conscious choice to abuse your light, and now he must pay the spiritual cost of his own incredibly reckless decisions. Heaven is not punishing him out of anger, but out of necessary divine correction. He needs to hit rock bottom to understand the immense value he destroyed. If you reach out to help him, you will interrupt the perfect work of God. You will accidentally absorb the heavy karma that was meant exclusively for his own shoulders. You are officially released from the heavy burden of healing people who desperately want to stay broken and remain in the comfortable dark. Let the universe handle his brutal lessons while you focus on your own beautiful expansion. You are a masterpiece of God, and you deserve absolute, unwavering peace. The smear campaign failed, and his toxic circle is actively burning to the ground. His mind is clouded, and his physical energy is completely drained by the passing hour. Everything he thought gave him power is being methodically stripped away by the unseen forces that protect the chosen daughters of the highest king. He is learning a very brutal lesson about spiritual boundaries and divine protection. Your beautiful name is being completely cleared in the spiritual and physical realms. Listen carefully, because the atmosphere is shifting very rapidly around you today. The grand vindication you have been quietly praying for is finally manifesting in real time. But heaven is not just going to punish him and leave you empty-handed, because God is a God of massive and complete restoration. The severe damage he caused is being calculated and converted into a massive blessing. The scales of absolute justice demand that you receive a profound and overflowing compensation. The enemy wanted this betrayal to permanently break your spirit and ruin your future. He wanted you to become bitter and close your gentle heart to the entire world. But your spirit remained pure, and you passed the ultimate test of silent endurance while carrying a heavy weight nobody else could ever see. The universe is preparing to open the massive floodgates of abundance over your life. You are about to receive everything the enemy desperately tried to steal. We are approaching the most critical part of this entire divine message today. The seventh thing that will happen is the ultimate conclusion of this spiritual warfare. What I am about to reveal next is the terrifying final judgment that will completely alter his reality and launch you into absolute power. You must prepare your mind to receive this heavy and profound spiritual decree. Do not click away, because your grand vindication is waiting for you right now. We have finally reached the seventh and most devastating consequence. The first 6 things were merely external losses of energy and daily peace. But the seventh thing strikes at the very core of his eternal spiritual existence. Heaven is officially revoking his access to the divine grace you carried. He is being permanently marked by the unseen realm as a spiritual trespasser. When a man intentionally breaks the heart of a chosen woman, he crosses a terrifying invisible line. He did not just hurt a normal human being in the Matrix, but he attacked a heavily guarded masterpiece of God who was sent to help him. Because he rejected the pure light, the universe is giving him exactly what he asked for. He is being plunged into absolute spiritual darkness. This means his ability to receive authentic blessings has been completely blocked. The universe is putting a massive iron ceiling over his entire life. No matter how hard he works or who he tries to manipulate, he will hit a solid wall. Because the doors of true prosperity and deep, genuine love are locked tight. He will watch other people succeed while he remains stuck in a heavy, frustrating loop. He will desperately search for the feeling of peace you once gave him. He will wander from person to person looking for that familiar divine warmth. But heaven has decreed that he will never find another chosen woman like you. The universe will not allow another pure daughter to be sacrificed on the altar of his massive ego. He is completely cut off from the sacred supply. This is the ultimate and most terrifying karma a human can face. He is entirely abandoned to his own chaotic devices without any spiritual safety net. The deep emptiness inside him will grow wider with every passing year, and he will eventually realize that his biggest mistake was letting you walk away. But by the time he understands your immense value, the door will be permanently shut. You must understand the massive scale of the spiritual war happening right now. The pain you felt was not a sign of your weakness or failure. It was the intense friction of heaven violently separating you from his cursed path. God had to rip you out of his life before the heavy iron ceiling crashed down, and you were spared from the catastrophic spiritual fallout of his terrible choices. Feel the weight of that truth settling into your chest right now. You are not a victim of a bad relationship who was simply left behind. You are a highly protected spiritual shield who was successfully evacuated from a sinking ship. The tears you cried were actually the physical manifestation of toxic energy leaving your beautiful body, and you are getting incredibly lighter every single day. As he sinks lower into his heavy consequences, your frequency is preparing to skyrocket. The universe does not just remove the toxic people from your path. It actively compensates you for the pure energy they wrongfully stole from your spirit. Every moment you spent crying over his lies has been carefully documented. because heaven keeps a perfect record of the exact emotional debt he owes you. But he is spiritually bankrupt, and he cannot possibly repay you. So the universe is stepping in to pay his heavy debt on his behalf. God is taking the massive sum of what was stolen and multiplying it beyond human logic. The spiritual atmosphere in your room is changing dramatically as you hear these specific words, and a massive energetic shift is happening inside your physical body right now. Your season of being the forgotten outcast is officially coming to an end. The heavy survival mode that kept you exhausted is actively dissolving into nothing. You are standing at the very edge of the most powerful spiritual breakthrough of your entire life. The universe has perfectly positioned you to receive the ultimate vindication, and you are about to step into your era of quiet, majestic authority. The enemy is absolutely terrified of the confident woman you are becoming today. The Matrix tried to break you because the system knows your true potential. If you ever fully realize the massive power stored inside your DNA, the dark system would completely collapse. But the dark plot failed, and you survived the intense fire. So now it is time for you to claim your ultimate divine reward. Listen carefully, because the heavens are opening directly over your head. The intense pressure you felt was just the final preparation for a massive release. The period of deep isolation is over, and the time for absolute justice has arrived. Prepare your gentle heart for the profound decree that will change your reality forever. What comes next is the absolute peak of your spiritual vindication. You have been fighting invisible battles while wearing a quiet smile. You have carried the heavy burdens of your entire family bloodline, and the universe recognizes that you are the ultimate cycle breaker. You took the harshest hits so the people coming after you would not have to suffer. Your quiet endurance has earned you a level of respect in the spiritual realm that is truly unmatched. This brings us to the very threshold of your divine transformation. The heavy iron chains of his toxic memory are falling off your mind right now. You are officially released from the trauma bond that kept your energy completely stagnant. Take one more deep breath and prepare to receive the final judgment. The universe is handing down the ultimate decree of absolute power and total vindication. In the mighty name of absolute divine justice, I speak over your life right now. I declare that the season of you being a footstool for toxic people is permanently over. The heavy chains of emotional manipulation are breaking off your spirit in this exact second, and you are no longer bound by the false narratives he tried to project onto your beautiful light. You are completely free. I break every generational curse that tried to keep you small and incredibly quiet. The universe is violently flipping the script in your favor today, and those who sat at tables and spoke poorly of your pure name will witness your rise. They are about to watch heaven prepare a massive feast for you right in front of their eyes. You do not have to lift a single finger to defend yourself. Heaven has officially stepped in as your ultimate defense attorney. The intense confusion he tried to cast onto your life is returning directly to his own camp. Watch them panic as your daily peace becomes entirely untouchable by their dark drama. You are entering a sacred sanctuary of quiet authority, where their words can never reach you, and your pure energy is now fully protected and sealed shut. The system is absolutely terrified because it cannot control a chosen woman who knows her exact worth. They wanted you exhausted and financially desperate, so you would settle for crumbs. But a massive and unstoppable shift has just fractured their entire matrix. The divine frequency of extreme abundance is overriding every single delay in your life. God is unlocking the vault of heaven for you today. I decree that a mega deposit of wealth and clarity is falling into your hands. The universe is releasing the massive compensation you earned through your silent endurance. The financial pressure that has been choking your creativity is being destroyed right now. because you are no longer living in survival mode. You are holding the master keys to the spiritual kingdom, and you are infinitely powerful. Every single tear you cried in secret is being transformed into a tangible blessing. The heavy exhaustion in your physical body is being replaced by a fierce warrior energy. You will wake up tomorrow morning feeling lighter than you have felt in decades, because the deep ache in your chest is completely gone. The divine surgeon has removed the toxic arrows from your beautiful heart. You are the cycle breaker and the absolute mastermind of your new reality. The enemy thought he could drain your light, but he only managed to strike the match. The fire burning inside you now is bright enough to blind anyone who tries to stop you. You are stepping into unprecedented divine favor where doors will open before you even knock, and the universe is clearing every heavy obstacle from your path. I declare that the people who misunderstood your silence will soon regret their ignorance. Let them assume whatever they want to assume about your sudden distance. You no longer need to explain your complex soul to people who are fully committed to misunderstanding your spirit. Your energy is entirely too expensive to spend on their cheap and meaningless drama. You belong to the highest frequency of light. From this exact moment forward, your physical presence alone will command immense respect. Your deliberate silence will become your absolute greatest weapon against the dark system. The spiritual war you fought for your bloodline has been decisively won, and you stood in the heavy fire without burning because you are made of divine material. You are completely victorious and incredibly untouchable today. Breathe out the heavy trauma and breathe in this profound absolute truth. You are officially released from the heavy burden of fixing broken men. You are no longer required to shrink your massive spirit to make other people feel comfortable. The universe has handed you the crown of quiet authority, and it fits you perfectly because you are a highly anointed masterpiece, and your grand season has finally arrived. The spiritual verdict is final, and it cannot be reversed by any human effort. His massive karma is sealed, and your incredible mega deposit is officially dispatched. You will see the physical evidence of this spiritual shift within the next few days. Unexpected opportunities and sudden financial blessings are aggressively hunting you down right now, and you do not have to chase anything because everything is chasing you. Rest your tired mind tonight, knowing that the universe fought the battle for you. The intense chapter of deep suffering is permanently closed and locked away. You are stepping onto a brand new timeline filled with effortless abundance and profound joy. You have survived the absolute worst, and now you are about to experience the absolute best. Your ultimate vindication is complete, and it is entirely beautiful. I seal this powerful decree over your life with absolute spiritual authority. The heavy darkness that tried to consume you has been completely annihilated by the light. You are fully restored and heavily protected by the strongest forces in the unseen realm. Walk forward with your head held high, because you are the ultimate chosen woman. The universe is completely yours, and the victory is finally absolute. The heavy spiritual storm has finally passed, and the fierce winds are rapidly dying down. The massive weight is completely lifted from your tired shoulders in this exact moment. You can literally feel the profound calm settling deep into your physical bones. Your spirit is no longer required to fight on the terrifying front lines of an unseen war, because the absolute victory has already been secured by heaven on your behalf. Take one deep breath and allow your body to fully relax. The frantic survival mode is officially over today, but you must understand a very crucial rule about navigating your brand new season. As the massive blessings begin to pour into your reality, you must remain entirely silent. Do not rush to your phone to tell your friends or family about the sudden miraculous shifts. The people around you simply do not have the spiritual capacity to handle your immense elevation. When you share premature news, you accidentally invite their hidden human envy directly into your newly cleansed, sacred space. Your new frequency is like a very fragile and incredibly precious seed right now. If you expose it to the harsh elements of public opinion too early, it will easily wither away. You must strictly protect your divine compensation by keeping your mouth completely closed about your next moves. Let the tangible results speak for themselves when the proper time finally arrives. The enemy loves to intercept your incoming blessings through the doubting words of the people closest to you. Stay quiet and stay heavily grounded. When you inevitably hear about his rapid downfall, you must remain entirely neutral. People will absolutely try to bring you the chaotic gossip about his crumbling life. Do not celebrate his heavy pain, and do not post cryptic messages online to mock his struggles. Your quiet authority requires you to completely detach from his messy and extremely toxic reality. If you engage with his destruction, you will accidentally tie your pure energy right back to his heavy karma. Let the universe handle his brutal lessons. If he tries to reach out to you during his season of suffering, you must absolutely ignore him. He will try to text you or call you when his false matrix completely shatters around him. He will desperately look for the warm shelter you used to provide when things got entirely too hard for him. Do not answer the door, and do not offer him a single ounce of your precious sympathy. Your spiritual shield must remain firmly in place, so he cannot drain your light ever again. True power does not need to shout or prove itself to anybody in the matrix. True power sits quietly in the corner and naturally commands absolute, undeniable respect. You are entering a sacred chapter where your mere presence will violently shift the atmosphere in any room you enter. You will not have to argue or fiercely defend your personal boundaries ever again, because your elevated aura will naturally repel anyone who tries to disrespect you. You are highly protected and entirely out of their reach. You survived the deepest betrayal and emerged as a completely pure masterpiece. The universe tested your gentle heart in the fire and found it incredibly worthy of ultimate power. The pure love you poured into the completely wrong person was never wasted at all. It was simply stored in the divine treasury, and it is currently being paid back to you with massive interest. You are the chosen woman who successfully broke the dark generational curse for your entire bloodline. This means you are no longer operating under the normal laws of human logic. The system expects you to be broken and bitter after surviving such intense emotional abuse. But you are actively defying the dark matrix by choosing to heal in absolute silence. Your silent grace is completely destroying the demonic assignments that were sent to ruin your beautiful destiny. You are a walking miracle and a profound testament to the ultimate protective power of the universe. This specific message was not a random coincidence on your daily feed today. Heaven specifically designed this exact audio frequency to find you at your lowest and most vulnerable moment. The universe urgently wanted to wipe your tears and hand you the master key to your brand new reality. But you must actively claim this divine protection before you step away from this sacred sanctuary today. The enemy will absolutely try to make you forget everything you just heard here. Gently like this video right now, not for an algorithm, but as a physical declaration. Your deliberate action is a powerful spiritual seal of absolute agreement with heaven. Subscribe to this sanctuary and turn on the notification bell immediately. You must lock your frequency so the enemy cannot intercept your future messages from the unseen realm. We are building an impenetrable fortress around your pure and beautiful spirit today, and you must consciously maintain this secure connection. Leave the number 777 in the comments below right now. We do not do this for superficial visibility, but we do it as a powerful spiritual anchor in the physical world. Walk forward into your day with your head held incredibly high. Let them misunderstand your silence while you quietly gather your massive divine compensation. You are a highly chosen woman, and your glorious era of quiet authority has officially begun. Rest securely in your absolute peace,